going on, world? This is Solo from Kali Combat, and you are watching Off the Block, a Kali Combat 52 FMA home study course. That's 52 blocks with FMA, Filipino martial arts. So we'll be going over how to defend attacks with 52 blocks and how to bring in the FMA, Filipino martial arts concepts, into play. 52 blocks in itself is a block then counter system, defense then offense. And FMA, because it's a weapon-based system, a stick and blade weapon system, and it's hard to block a stick with a stick, then use striking blocks and double up on blocks. So the empty hand is also offensive defense with simultaneous counters and offensive recounters, which we'll be going over this entire course, so pay attention. You ready? Let's get it. First thing we have to go over in order to understand the defense in this system is angles of striking. Aside from jabbing and stabbing that come straight in, there are 8 angles of striking. That's up and down, side to side, and crisscross. So naturally, you have to defend from those same angles. 52 FMA, like I said, is offensive defensive system. So we'll use the block as the offensive attack, destructions and gunts to set up the traps and finishes. Skull and crossbones, knowledge. 0 equals 2. 0 equals 2 because 0 is the center point of a negative and a positive number times itself. There's a -1, a 0, 1, etc. So we'll look at 0 as a center point where the crossed arms meet in the middle of the X formation. Notice how this crossbones X formation has 4 outward corners, 2 hands and 2 elbows. That's the positive. And in between those 4 are inward corners, the negative. That's 8 corners. For positive strike, block, destroy, and the negative blocks, traps, locks, and controls. And remember, a -4 and a +4 is still a 0 until a number is added, let's say a punch. Now, the force or resistance will determine which side of the 0 the punch will go. And you can manipulate with the push-pull techniques. If they push, or if they push against, that's the perfect time to pull, and vice versa. We all know the police signature move is to get the arm and put it behind a person's back. Law enforcement, military, special forces, they all train to get the arm because the arm holds the weapon.
You see, the thumb gotta be up to the elbow.
Some train to look at body language, stance, even pay attention to the hand that has more damage or has larger knuckles. So you know the chances are they'll use that hand if a weapon is pulled. And it's much better to get the arm before the weapon is pulled. You don't want to get into a wrestling match and then they pull a knife. Mastery, only through repetition. It's hard to catch an arm without the right trap or grappling techniques. And they have to be practiced in order to work. There's no shortcuts. Except for running drills with a partner, because you can bust out hundreds of reps in a short period of time. And once you catch on, just like anything else, get good at it.